What's up guys, Fedor here from 3D Print SOS. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to cover two things. One, I set up a Discord for this channel. My hopes with the Discord is that if you guys have questions or you want to show off some prints or you just want to talk about 3D printing stuff, you can do it in this Discord and hopefully other people will chime in. That way I'm not the only one trying to answer questions in YouTube. YouTube is a great platform for comments, but not a good platform for threads and really getting some help. And I see a lot of platforms get diluted and too busy and some questions go unanswered. So hop into the Discord. There's going to be an invite in the description and hopefully we can make a nice platform there where we can all help each other, show off our prints, and talk about some of these videos in case you guys have a product question for me. So that's number one. Number two is my setup here. So this is my printing corner over here, and essentially it's all set up on these things called lac tables. So I call this the lac rack. The whole purpose of this is to maximize my really small printing area here. I have my work area here where I work every day. And essentially I have this corner to have printers instead of having them all through the house. And I have some more printers to review, some more printers to cover, some more printers to showcase, and I need more space. And I started setting this up and I wanted to pause to kind of show you how and why and point some of this out because I do have some questions. Essentially, each one of these things comes like this, flat packed. You can grab one of these lac tables at IKEA. They're really inexpensive. Each one of these cubes is essentially $10. So each one of these tables, 10 bucks. They're really lightweight, super modular, and you can stack them like I have them. Let's take a closer look. All right, so each one of these tables, when you set them flat like this, you can see here they're different heights. What's happening here is one of these is sitting just flat on another table, and this doesn't quite have enough space to put a 3D printer on here. But this one does, and that's all because of this 3D printed part right here. Essentially, you 3D print 4 of these legs. At least this is how I do it. There's screws on the bottom which let you screw down on the corner of the table, and there's 2 screws on the inside that are hidden. Once you place the table on top of that, you could screw into that, making each one of these a solid unit. And you can make these taller, you can make them shorter, all depends on how you want to do it. It does take about a day and a half or so to print 4 of them on one printer. If you're lucky enough to have multiple printers, you could separate each leg and you can print them a little bit faster. But essentially, the whole point is that you can stack upward. So instead of just having a space where there's one printer sitting and taking up that space vertically, you can stack them like this. So another major benefit you can see is here's 2 of the very similar size printers. I have the Ender here and the Voxlab Aquila in there. And the printer on the left is just sitting inside kind of like a rack. And the printer on the right is in a temporary enclosure I made, and this actually has a faceplate. But essentially, because you can make this however you want, you can make it with wood, you can make it with acrylic. I have a temporary setup, just mostly for testing. Each one of these walls is on a Velcro piece. I can very easily take it off for maintenance. I can remove them. I can give the printer air or not, just depending on what I need to do. The other major benefit is on the bottom, as you can see here. So in these Tupperwares, here's how I have their locking on top. I think these are really inexpensive. They're $5.99 or $4.99 from Target or Walmart. But essentially every roll I keep in a Ziploc bag like this with desiccant in it. I am on the East Coast of the United States. It does get pretty humid in the summertime, and I'm in a basement. Even though I have a dehumidifier, it does still get really humid. And my plan here is to get another one of these, but under this one I'm going to have tools that I use to modify and maintain and parts and whatnot. Actually, I'm working on this Odin right now. It had a little issue with the nozzle, so this is what I'm talking about. I want to have the space to do this kind of stuff, but still have room to showcase another printer, work on another printer, and things of that nature. So that's the lac enclosures. Each one of these is 550 millimeters wide, by the way, and they're a great platform for things like this. where I just bought a huge roll of 50 feet of LED and actually controlled via an app. So my plan there is to line the insides and the back with LEDs, so I can just use an app to set up different colors, or if I need light, I can just turn the white light on and have it all lit. So there you go, guys. That's my current setup. I wanted to just clear it up, showcase how I do it. I think this is a slightly better way than just buying a big heavy metal industrial rack, at least for my setup, for my basement. That way I can move it around, I can rearrange them. If I need to move them out of the corner and put them somewhere else in my basement, I can. They're very lightweight, like I mentioned, very easy to disassemble. And actually, these are completely toolless to set up. You use the actual leg to screw the leg itself in. So, very convenient. All right, guys, that's the Lack Rack and the Discord channel. And as always, throw this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Later.